Hi there guys, this is Nikhil from GreedyTech and these are the 20 things that you need to know about your Asus Zenfone Max. So guys, this is the Asus Zenfone Max. So guys, before we get started, make sure you enable the annotations from the bottom right corner of the screen and check out the description after you watch this video for additional information. So guys, let's get started with the 20 things that you need to know about your Asus Zenfone Max. So guys, firstly, this device is powered by a huge 5000 mAh battery on the back, which is a non-removable lithium polymer battery. And that battery can also be used to charge other devices using an Otg adapter that comes inside the box. So guys, the next thing is that this device comes with 100 GB of Google Drive storage for 2 years for free. So guys, the first thing I would suggest you to do is simply turn on your device, sign into your Google account and claim that 100 GB of free space. So for a phone that costs you just $150 or 10,000 rupees, getting 100 GB of Google Drive storage free for 2 years is really amazing. So guys, the next thing is that these buttons down below are not backlit and they are not replaceable. You have a few gestures like you can take screenshot using the recent button, you can enable or you can toggle the one-handed mode using the home button, and you don't have any other gesture for the back button. So guys, apart from that, we have some nice screen gestures like double tap to wake, and it works really well. And apart from that, we also have double tap to sleep. So we can double tap anywhere on the screen except on these notifications and the device goes back to sleep. And we can do the same even on the stock home launcher, and we need to double tap on an empty area. And apart from that, we can draw gestures or we can simply draw characters on the screen to open apps quickly. So we can draw a C to open camera. There we have it. And apart from that, we also have gestures to simply double tap the volume buttons to take a picture very quickly. So when your device is locked and if you want to quickly take a picture, simply press the volume down or volume up button twice. And once you do that, it will simply open the camera app and take a picture. So guys, going on next, if you just look at the UI or the entire operating system, it definitely feels and looks a lot like MIUI. Well, not the notification area and the notifications, but especially this menu. Few components have definitely been taken from the MIUI, but most of it is definitely a refreshed look. So on this device, we have this app drawer, unlike other Chinese manufacturers. And personally, I feel that the entire UI is too cartoonish. So they could have done a much better job by selecting some nice colors. I think they could have done a lot better with the UI. But you also do get the option to change themes, so we can at least get away with something. The best thing about the Zen UI that I found is that you have a lot of customization options, you have nice gestures, you even got themes which changes basically wallpaper, lock screen style, fonts and some other stuff. So these are your pre-installed themes and you can even download few from their online store. So most of the time they simply change the lock screen and home screen wallpapers, fonts and icons. And that's pretty much it. I've never seen the notification area change or any changes in the settings. The theme engine isn't as powerful as the Cyanogen mod, but still gets the job done for basic users. So guys, coming to some of the apps that come pre-installed, I must definitely say this device comes with a lot of bloatware, a lot of useless apps, but there are a few that caught my eye. So firstly, we have this audio wizard, which is an equalizer that comes pre-installed. Next, we have something called as Auto Start Manager. So from here, we can stop applications from running every time our device gets rebooted. So the fewer apps you have here enabled, the faster your device gets booted. So guys, next we have something called as Backup, which is a really unique feature that I found only on the Asus Zenfones. So you can basically back up your system apps or user apps with a single click and even restore them with a single click. So normally you can do that using other applications, maybe like ES Explorer and some other backup software, but without root access, you need to install each of these applications individually. But using this backup app, we can back up APKs or the application files and restore them very easily. Next, we have something called as Splendid, which is actually an app dedicated for the display. So we have different color modes for the display. We have balanced, blue light filter, vivid, and we can even customize the display to our preference. I usually set it to blue light filter in the night. I really wish I could automate this. So I just want to enable blue light filter during the night and automatically toggle back to vivid in the daytime or even the balanced mode. So guys, next we have something called as power management. or the power saver app. So we have this 4 performance modes. If you're going to play any game, just set the power saver mode to performance and you'll be able to have a slightly better experience while playing games. And if you're running low on battery, just enable the super saver mode and it will improve your standby time drastically. For day-to-day usage, you can set it to normal. And you also have the smart switch, which automatically switches your power mode or power profile based on time or your battery percentage. So guys, the next thing is about the build quality, and I must definitely say with the 5000 mAh battery, this device is a lot heavier than expected. You have this nice metal railing for protection when the device falls, and you have this nice leather finished back panel which actually feels like the original thing, and the plastic is pretty strong too. And coming to the display, we have some kind of a scratch resistant protector on it, and this is not what I mean. This is actually my friend's phone and he has already applied a tempered glass on top of it. So by default you would get a nice scratch resistant screen protector for your display, but I would definitely suggest you to use a tempered glass on top of it, just like I am doing it. So guys, coming to the button placement, we have the power button on the right and the volume buttons on the right once again. So this is a completely new design coming from their Asus line of Zenphones. So on the other devices, they used to have their volume buttons at the back near the camera and the power button at the top. But in this phone, they have placed it at a very convenient position. I really hope they stick to this design pattern even in their upcoming devices. So guys, coming to the camera, we have a 13 megapixel camera with f2.0 aperture with laser for autofocus and a dual tone LED flash. Well, personally, I didn't find the camera to be so appealing, but the laser actually works really well. So let me just give you a demonstration. I just hope you can hear a small sound. I don't know why I'm getting that, but the focus speed is really amazing. It just focuses very quickly. But what I found is that whenever I take a picture, it just gives me a lag and then it's back to normal. Even though I get this nice crisp view in this preview window, when I take a picture, I don't get the exact same thing. So that's a slight disappointment for me. And apart from that, everything is pretty good. Images taken in the night mode were actually pretty good. They have some additional modes called as night mode or low light mode. So once you enable those particular modes, your photos or your pictures will look much brighter even in low lighting conditions. So guys, coming to the sensors list, you get an accelerometer, magnetometer, orientation sensor, and you even get a proximity and light sensor and an LED notification, but you don't get a gyroscope. So without a gyroscope, you can't use the Google VR or any virtual reality app. Well, you can watch the YouTube 360 videos. So this is an example of the YouTube 360 degree video. So this is Clash of Titans. If you have a gyroscope on your device, whenever you tilt your device or just simply move it, you will be able to change the scene of the display. So let's say I want to turn left. I can simply turn the device left and I'll be able to see what's happening on the left side. So that's something we are going to miss because of the lack of gyroscope. But still we can watch this YouTube 360 degree videos by simply swiping on the screen, but it's definitely not the same experience that you get when you use it with the Google VR headset. So guys, that's a little disappointment for me. So guys, coming to the specifications of this device is powered by a Snapdragon 410 chipset with 4 Cortex A53 cores clocked at 1.2 GHz, and it comes with an Adreno 306 GPU. By the way, this is the same processor that you can find in Redmi 2 Prime and other phones under 7,000 rupees. So the only things that are justifying the additional cost is the huge battery. So you get about an additional 2000 mAh of battery, additional weight to the device, a laser for autofocus. So guys, with that said, you still get a lot of options on the software side. As I've just shown you, you have a lot of gestures and software features which would definitely improve your entire Android experience and also help you save a little more battery life without actually doing any complicated stuff. So guys, going on next, on this device we do have Otg support and the Otg pen drives work without any problem. But as this device has reverse charging capabilities, for some reason I thought it might detect a 1 TB hard drive or a 2 TB hard drive, but it didn't. So normal Otg pen drives work without any problem, but you can't use your external hard drives to access information. And coming to the development end of the phone, you have to stick with Asus to provide you updates. there isn't much development going around for Asus Zenphones except the Asus Zenfone 2. You might be able to root your device, but don't expect too much with the custom ROMs. So guys, going on next, we have the option to move apps to the SD card, but you won't be able to move all the apps to the SD card. I have already made a separate video explaining that, so if you want to know more about that, you can search for that in my channel. So guys, in the settings we have something called as Kids mode and Easy mode. So once the Easy mode is enabled, your phone will look something like this. And as you can see, the size of app icons have been increased and the font size has also been increased. If you're going to give this phone to any elderly person or someone who isn't much experienced with the smartphones, so you get all the cool features of a smartphone, which looks like a normal feature phone. And as I've said earlier, we have something called as Kids mode. If you ever wanted to give your phone to a kid to play a game and were worried that he might do any unnecessary thing, maybe delete a message or send an email or open it, so in that situations you can use this Kids mode. So once you enable it, you can configure it such that only few apps can be opened from that Kids mode, and to come out of that Kids mode they need to enter a password. And by the way, the password for the Kids mode is different from your phone's password. So guys, finally coming to the unnecessary apps and the bloatware that comes pre-installed on this device. As I've said earlier, there's a lot of unnecessary useless apps that comes pre-installed, and because of that they will be occupying your internal storage and automatically be running every time in the background. So there are some apps that you can disable, and you need to simply select the icon, go to app info, and you have the option to disable it or uninstall it. So I would suggest you to simply uninstall or disable all the apps that you don't use. But make sure that you only disable the apps that you can find on your app drawer, because there are some other apps that might disrupt the normal performance of your phone. So there you have it guys, these are the 20 things that you need to know before you buy Asus Zenfone Max. Or just in case, these are the things that you need to know if you already have an Asus Zenfone Max. So guys, this device is a software rich phone, so you have a lot of gestures, software features, and you have a huge battery which will definitely last you for 2 days. And that's pretty much it about this device. Even though at this price point we are able to get much high-end processors or great performance with things like fingerprint scanner and infrared sensor, but this device isn't about that. This phone is basically for normal people who want to use their phone for listening to music, maybe for WhatsApp and Facebook, Instagram, and that's it. So they're not interested in playing high-end games like Modern Combat 5 or 4. So for those kind of people, this will definitely be a great phone. So there you have it guys, these are the 20 things that you need to know about your Asus Zenfone Max. Do let me know if I have missed out on anything by commenting below this video. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up and share it with your friends, and subscribe to my channel to see more videos just like that. And by the way, do check out the description area for additional information.